welcome to my first video here on my channel Milk and Honey Money. Thanks so much for being here. My name is Karina. I'm a Christ believer, a stay-at-home mama of 4 with 1 on the way, and my family is on a debt-free journey. We use a zero-based per paycheck budget method, and we cash stuff twice a month. If you're interested in our process and progress, subscribe and stay tuned. Today, I am going to be setting up my new binders with my high priority and low priority sinking funds and just kind of walking you through my wallet that I have. I have some dashboards here that I can't decide between, so I'm thinking maybe I'll do a poll on my Instagram for those, but I'll show you those as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I apologize for all of the brownness. I didn't realize how much brown and tan and wood tones, or natural earth tones I have until I had to set it all up. Anyways, I want to show you these are going to be my high priority sinking fund envelopes. I have a few designs here simply because when I was making them, I couldn't decide exactly what I liked. So I just did a little bit of everything. So this one is one of my favorites. I saw this paper and I absolutely had to make an envelope with it. I just think it's so pretty. So for this high priority sinking funds folder, I'm going to do household. And then here I have baby care. I really liked the way that this frosted floral looked. And then I'm also going to put in personal care. And obviously these are all pretty self-explanatory for items that we would be purchasing from these envelopes. Postpartum, this is a really important one for us right now. We do home birth, and so we have a lot of supplies that we are going to need to purchase for that, and also just kind of getting new onesies and new burp cloths and things. I also like to buy myself a couple of new sets of like loungewear or house dresses, and so that's what's going to be in here. We have our tides, our anniversary. I put this one in another fun sparkly envelope. I really love the look of marble, so I did a marble one here for emergency. This is going to be where we build up our emergency fund. Giving is just something that I think is important for our family, and so I want to be able to stuff this at least once every month and then actually utilize it. Thanksgiving. And obviously that's pretty self-explanatory. We have a pretty big family, so our meals can cost a lot. I cook mostly from scratch, so that eliminates a lot of the added expenses, but I do buy natural and organic products, so that adds. Here is our Christmas envelope that's going to be also in this high priority binder. The vehicle maintenance envelope, as well as birthdays. We do birthdays a little bit differently. We don't do birthday parties. We do birthday experiences. So we budget about $200 for each child's birthday, as well as our birthdays, my husband and mine. And we find that the $200 that we budget covers our family right now for a majority of the purchase, like the tickets for the experiences that we buy. So we actually do what we like to call breakfast, birthday cake, and presents. So I take requests we have all boys. I take requests from the boys for their cake, and so I'll make them their cake, and then in the morning, that's the first thing we have. We have breakfast and cake, and then we do the presents, and then we get ready for our family outing for that special birthday boy's day. And it has been such a fun way to do birthdays. they still, you know, we invite family over, so they still have a little bit of a party. I decorate the house and the table, and we still do all the presents, but we get to just take them and experience their birthday and their birthday joy with them as a family, and we absolutely love that. So this is my high priority sinking funds folder. And then now we're going to move on to the low priority sinking funds folder. Again, these envelopes are just a mix of different ones that I made just because I couldn't decide exactly what I liked. So for this folder, we have boys' necessities. That's obviously pretty self-explanatory. We love to go camping, and so I made us a camping envelope. This is mainly for like any added extra expenses. We have a camper, and we usually just bring our groceries that we would be utilizing that day at home. We just allocate those for camping, and we mainly do dispersed camping, so we don't usually buy camping spots. But and just in case we have any added expenses, or we know that we have to have a little bit of extra supplies or something, we're going to be filling this. I have this dream of getting 1 month ahead, so I would love to be able to just start filling this. This is a goal, a dream envelope for me. I wanted to include it because I didn't want to take my eye off the prize, if you will. Dining out is another low priority for us. We don't generally dine out because it is pretty expensive to feed our entire family, but this is something that we do probably once or twice a month, and it's just something fun for us. Mainly it happens if I've failed to plan correctly and we're out running errands or things and we don't have food with us. So this is a new envelope for me. I just opened an Etsy shop. I thought it would just be so fun to have some of these things available. Some of the planning sheets that I use, I also have put up there. So I know that we need to start doing taxes sinking funds for that. Also, I figured I could put in things in here for extra supplies or just fun things that I would like to personally have for this business. Then date night. I know that this is in low priority, but this really is a low priority for us at this point. We do like to put the boys to bed early, once or twice a month, and then we make a special dinner together for just the two of us, and we choose a movie, or we go and sit on the porch, or just something. We play Scrabble. We just do something fun together and more intentional that night, and that's what counts as our dates right now. Home organization and decor. This is something that I feel is always necessary, especially with having such a large family. Things can quickly get out of hand. I also love to just update my home decor every now and then, so it would be nice to be able to fill that. This is the 4th of July envelope, and obviously that has just passed, so that one will be empty for a while. This is just extra spending money. You'll see in my wallet that I have a spending envelope in there as well, but I was just playing around with envelopes. I really liked the way this one looked, and so I figured I would just add another little extra envelope for spending. So we'll put these in here, and I am just really so excited to get this channel going. If I'm going to be quite honest, I am a little bit nervous to do any type of like personal social media, or I would just have no idea what to do for the YouTube. So just bear with me if they're a little bit clunky, and I'm sure that we'll get there. And please excuse all of my ums now that I've drawn attention to them. If you haven't noticed them before, I'm sure you will notice them. It is something that I am working on. I notice that I say it a lot in just regular conversation, and then when I get on camera, I just notice them so much, but I can't help myself. I can't stop it. These are some dashboards I made for my binders. And again, I was just playing around with the different designs that I liked and I couldn't decide. So I wanted to show you here, let me grab this so you can see on the vellum. I have a low priority matte vellum marble, and then I also did a high priority matte vellum marble. I thought that was so pretty. I just think that the matte vellum is just so beautiful. I also did a matte vellum floral for high and low, but I did 2 different floral patterns here because again, I really couldn't decide. I just like them so much. And I like that they are just black and white and minimal. They don't add too much fuss, but they still look pretty elegant and feminine. I really like that. So I'm going to put these up, I think, on Instagram as a poll. So why don't you hop over there to Milk and Honey Money on Instagram, but it's milk.and.honey.money. It's really hard to say. Let's move on here to my wallet. So I carry a Filofax Saffiano, I think that's how you say it. And I have had this particular wallet for a few years now. When we first started our cash stuffing journey, probably, I think I splurged and I bought this wallet in 2019. So it's held up pretty well. In this wallet, I have my groceries. It's another sparkly one that I just absolutely adore. In the sunlight, it is so beautiful. I actually have a small little clip of it in my stories on my Instagram. In my wallet, you're going to see that a majority of these envelopes are almost empty because we are at the end of our 2-week pay period, and so we'll be getting paid again on Thursday, so I'll be cash stuffing that day. So a majority of these are empty, but this is just some leftovers from groceries that we have. I'm challenging myself to have some leftover instead of spending everything. So that's been really interesting. This is our gas envelope, pet care. This will be a high priority sinking fund. It's in my wallet right now because I needed to use it. Same as midwife, this is also a high priority sinking fund for us. It's in my wallet because I do have an appointment this week. And then chiropractor, because I go regularly to the chiropractor, and I will be having an appointment, so it's in my wallet. I try to just keep things that I'm going to be doing within that week or the next week, so like 2 weeks, or just go through my envelopes and pull out for that week, just kind of depending on how busy I am. But I try to just keep the things that are happening immediately in here and keep the rest in here because this can get a little big to carry around. This is also our debt payoff envelope that I have that I will be keeping anything extra that we can allocate from each paycheck. I will be pulling that out and cash stuffing it because if it's in my account, we inevitably spend it. So I want to keep it here so that we aren't just spending it and wondering where it went. This is our miscellaneous spending envelope, and then I have where I keep all of my receipts. I need to upload these. These are the receipts for the past month of June. I need to upload these into the receipts rewards fetch, and then this is for when I go and collect the money from the bank. I also have a couple of these reusable cash teller slips in here. These are matte laminated vellum cash tellers breakdown slips that I use for when I go to the bank. I actually have a printable on my Etsy website that has 6 of these to a page, and then I accidentally had some vellum loaded and it printed on vellum, so then I was like, well, let me see what it would be like if I laminated them and just had them reusable. And so I laminated them with the matte laminating paper. I tested it out with the Sharpie and the Sharpie stayed, and then I removed it with some nail polish remover and it worked beautifully. So once I get physical products up and in my shop, these will definitely be something there, as well as all of these other cute little envelopes. Thank you so much for tuning in and for hanging out with me for my first video. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to join this community, and I can't wait to see you for the next one. Have a good day.